Yo, so today I'm gonna be talking about one of the fucking hottest characters in One Piece right now. Okay, maybe not the hottest, he's not like king level, he's probably like a 6 or 7, but his fits are pretty nasty. I'm talking about Kizaru, okay? He's been getting a lot of love from Oda as of late, which it's much needed because we don't know fucking anything about Kizaru. If you told me a year ago that Kizaru would be the first out of all the OG admirals to possibly get a full-on backstory, I would think you're fucking chilling with Uncle Kizaru a little bit too much. But anyways, let's get into this shit. So Kizaru is the second admiral we've ever seen in the story, and he probably had the best showcase of power at that point in the story, and I don't think it's really relatively close either. He clashed with the fucking vice captain of the Roger Squad, and he kinda had the upper hand. I mean, Rayleigh was a fucking fat old fart, but still. And he pretty much swept all of the supernovas in the course of like an hour. He did all of that in an hour. This motherfucker's nasty. So that was our first impression of this motherfucker's power. Oh yeah, did I mention that he probably has a top 3 most broken devil fruit in the fucking game? That's enough of my dick riding his powers and shit. Alright, also, you know, a little bit side note, Sabaodi's the best fucking arc. Shut the fuck up. Stupid bitch. You're not allowed to disagree with my opinion. I'm right! Let's go over Kizaru as a character and why I think he's one of the most interesting characters in the motherfucking series, and how he mirrors the other admirals, because they all have a little theme to them. So Kizaru, unlike the other admirals, doesn't make his views and opinions quite that clear. He just does whatever the fuck he's told, and he gets bank. He doesn't care for any of the bullshit. He's the definition of, you know, it's not that deep. And like I just fucking said 2 seconds ago, he doesn't make his values that obvious opposed to the other admirals. For example, Aokiji believes in the more loose and lazy form of justice. I mean, we see him fucking sleeping and shit all the time. He's a lazy little bastard. While Akainu is a fucking lunatic murdering random people, and he just takes shit way too seriously, and he needs some form of fucking therapy effective immediately. And as you might guess, Kizaru isn't like either. He's just a tool used by the government to execute whatever agenda they're trying to push, and he doesn't leave his mark on it, you know what I mean. He just doesn't give a shit, and that plays into what makes him so terrifying. He's a fucking sociopath. I mean, at least he appears as one. He's so effortless and slow moving, yet he's one of, if not the fastest motherfucker in the entire world. And he has these weird connections to Vegapunk, which is a pretty crazy ass connection to have. Neither of the other admirals have been revealed to have such a crazy connection. I mean, sure, Akainu might possibly have a connection to Dragon, and Aokiji is a Blackbeard pirate for some fucking reason, but Vegapunk is a weird one, considering we didn't see his face until the fucking final saga of the entire story. All of Kizaru's light fruit powers were thrown to the pacifistas and shit. It's just odd. Kizaru's obviously a tool for the government, but he doesn't have to do these things, at least I don't think. He's been cool with Vegapunk for a hot ass minute. We see that little panel of him fucking doing a goddamn light show with Vegapunk and Sentomaru, like fucking at least 20 years ago probably. So he's been with him for a hot minute. There's just something about Kizaru that we don't fucking know about. But what made me want to make this video in the first place is because Kizaru is finally starting to show his personality and shit, his real personality. Kizaru, in the face of a fucking Gorosei member, straight up just told him no to doing what the fuck he told him to do, which is completely opposed to what he used to do, being a fucking tool for the government. He's a goddamn puppet. So Kizaru's talking about how he's gonna go fuck with Sentomaru before he does anything with Vegapunk or the Straw Hats. And Saturn just says, nah, you're not doing that right now. Fuck him, just fly over his bitch ass. And Kizaru says, no, let me do this shit my way. This was like a massive fucking breakthrough for Kizaru as a character. This is the first time we see him do anything his way, or at least the way that he wants to do it. And then he goes on to fucking clash with Sentomaru of all people, and we know that Sentomaru and him go fucking way back. It kind of mirrors what's going on with Aokiji and Garp, except in reverse. Kizaru is playing the role of Garp, and Sentomaru is playing the role of Aokiji. Sentomaru refers to Kizaru as his fucking unk, which is pretty similar to how Aokiji sees Garp. Who knows? Maybe Sentomaru has a bunch of moves that Kizaru taught him. That would be pretty fucking dope if he pulled some crazy shit out like that, but I don't think he does. Who knows? Sentomaru seems like more of a defensive-minded guy, while fucking Kizaru has, 99 defense because he's a goddamn Logia, but he's more of an offensive guy, you know? But I wouldn't be shocked if Sentomaru fucking surprises us with his strength. He was probably trained by an admiral, and I guess Vegapunk pretty much his entire life. He can't just be a fucking bum. And yes, he did get one-shotted by awakened Lucci, but let's just ignore that for now, okay? Let's act like that didn't happen. This fight could possibly go the Usopp versus Luffy route, where Sentomaru knows all of Kizaru's little tricks and shit, and it could possibly make Sentomaru look way better than what he actually is. I mean, not saying that Usopp is trash, but you know what I mean. Usopp's trash, okay? Let me just... fuck. Also, What the fuck would a light fruit awakening look like? We know that Aokiji and Akainu's likely created fucking punk hazard, but what does something like light do to permanently affect the environment? We're probably gonna find out in the next few chapters, but it's just an odd thing to think about since light isn't something tangible and it's not a zone fruit, at least we don't know. I mean, it could just be an asshole and say that it's a mythical zone and he gets some crazy form, but assuming that doesn't happen, he's not gonna get a form or anything like that. It affects the environment or whatever. We'll fucking see. I don't know. I'm just talking out of my ass because I don't fucking know. Kizaru is my second favorite admiral. I'm very excited in what this next little stretch of fucking chapters is gonna be like, the climax of the Egghead arc. I think it'll be a very fun time. Aokiji's better. You know, I just like Aokiji. And fuck Akainu. Oh yeah, fuck that stupid bitch. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about Kizaru because, you know, he's a hot topic right now. But, yeah.